He was my introduction to young people dying. He passed away long before the others, but the way we treated him, I thought was the way it was always going to be. This is about 3 years ago now when I still belonged to a friendship of four. There was Princess, Grandma, Mama Dukes, and myself, and we would gather together every so often to share stories about our lives and motivate each other to set goals for ourselves and laugh together, like girlfriends do. And this one particular Sunday, we were all at Mama Dukes' house, and Princess walked through the doors and she heard on the radio something about a flower wilting. And we reckoned since there weren't too many flowers around these parts, they must be talking about our friend. Keep in mind, I had only met this young man once in my lifetime. I didn't live in the same parts as the others, but when you hear so many stories about someone, you start to feel like you really know them, I mean, he was such a part of Princess's life that when I heard that flower was wilting, honest to goodness, part of me started wilting too. So much so that I took the next day off work to make sure I could be at that hospital. And the four of us, we walked through the hospital doors, met a sea of young people, all staring in disbelief at what they had heard about this young, beautiful, vibrant flower. They told us he had to go into surgery, and we sat, and we stood, and we paced, and we prayed. We hugged each other, and we hoped. And he died. I stood in that hospital room watching all those wires that no longer gave life to his body, and I broke down and I cried because I missed my friend. And over these 3 years, he has had a funeral so big the church couldn't fit all the people. He's had songs written about him and articles written for him in the newspaper. He's even had a park named in his honor. I've been to memorial services and memorial barbecues, and I've watched his friends gather to share stories about his life and motivate each other to set goals for themselves in his name, and laugh together at what good life they had left. In about a year after he moved on, people started dying on my side of the tracks. Now where I'm from, flowers don't wilt. They get stepped on, sometimes before they even have a chance to bloom. And there are no songs written about them. And no articles in the newspaper unless it's to say that he was known to the police. And you do not get to be in a hospital room and hold a hand that's still warm. You get to stand behind a do not cross line and watch someone you care for lay under a blanket on the cold concrete. And you do not get 3 years to sit and gather and process that there was one young life that was taken too soon. Because in those 3 years, I have struggled to juggle the memories of about 10 beautiful, vibrant